Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just to be notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have a super exciting one, and one I wasn't expecting to be filming. I'm going to be doing a Morphe and Abby Roberts collection review. So if you have been watching me for a while now, you know that I'm actually now on the Morphe Glam Fam list, which means that I get a parcel from Morphe, you know, once every couple of months or so. I've actually had a few recently, which I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting them to come so often, and I'm literally so grateful. I love Morphe. I've been doing reviews on their brand literally since I started, so yeah. I love Morphe, and surprisingly they sent me the Abby Roberts collection. Obviously it's a collab, I just wasn't expecting it at all, but I literally have the entire collection here, so I thought I would do a review. I did actually ask on my socials if you wanted to see a review on it, and a lot of people said yes. Like I'm pretty sure like 90% of people said yes. So yeah, I'm gonna do that for you today. It is predominantly like an eyes makeup related review, so I'll just run you through everything that's in the collection. So firstly, there's a brush set in here. You actually get 7 brushes. You get the tub. Does that include the sponge? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so the 7 brushes includes the sponge, so it's 6 brushes, a sponge, and obviously it comes in this travel case as well. This retails for £32. You also get, of course, an eyeshadow palette in this collection. How gorgeous does she look on the front? And this is actually a little bit more expensive than normal Morphe palettes. This is £32. I'll show you everything up close in a minute. And then you also, because she's obviously a very creative makeup artist, you get a 5-piece artist detail brush and mixing palette set, which is very, very cool. So you get 4 of these eyeliner brushes and like a mixing palette. So if you are very creative with makeup, you're gonna absolutely love this collection. And then to finish off the collection, there is actually an aqua liner palette in here. So there are 5 shades in here, and you can obviously use the brushes from the set, and this retails for £16. So that's everything in the collection. If you want to see my review, my thoughts on this whole collection, then please keep watching. Okay, so let's just get this bad boy open. I'm just gonna have to rip this paper off, aren't I? So this is what the tub looks like. It's very similar to the one that James Charles had, and I actually still have that to cover my face brushes. And then these are all the brushes, and then of course your little sponge. So this is the sponge you get in the collection. It is very soft. I actually used to love my Morphe sponge, so maybe I'll fall back in love with that. These are all of the brushes. I must admit, they do look and feel very luxurious. The bristles on these brushes feel super soft, and the 3 eye brushes that come in this collection, I will definitely be using that for my eye look today. But yes, they feel very nice. So this is the packaging of the actual palette. So her face is not on the actual palette, and then this is the eyeshadow palette. So this is just like a creative person's dream. Like, you can tell Abby is a makeup artist, you know what I mean? Like, she has really put so much thought into this. I think she said she designed it so there was literally everything you could possibly need for your eye makeup in here, and I must admit it really does. White, black, colourfuls, neutrals, beautiful shimmers. I think she's absolutely smashed this, and if I was ever to come out of a palette of mine, this is kind of the similar vibe that I'd go for, because it literally has everything you could possibly need. And there's a cute little message on there from Abby. But yeah, this is what the palette looks like. It is absolutely beautiful. And then while I'm showing you things, I'll just show you the liner palette as well. So this is the packaging for the liner palette, and then as I said, you get 5 eyeliners. You get a white, a black, a red, a blue, and a pink. So that will be fun to play with that later. But firstly, I'll do some swatches of the big palette, and then we can get straight on into the eye look. I'm probably going to be annoying, but I'm going to do a sunset eye because I literally don't know what look to do right now. I'm not feeling very like creative. My creative juices are not flowing. So I think firstly I'm going to start off with the shade 2020, which is this purple here. Next I'm going to take the Love shade, which is the pink, and I think I'm going to take this on the like bigger fluffy brush, and I'm just going to kind of like sort out this purple because it's gone very rigidy. It's gone very patchy, but honestly I think that's my fault where I used a brush, like a flat brush, not a packing brush. Next I'm going to take the shade Hot Sauce, which is this orange here, and I'm going to blend the pink out with that. And then for the top edges I'm going to take Solar, which is this yellow here. I absolutely love this shade here, which is called Spicy. How different is that? Okay, so I applied that yellow and I've just done a little bit more blending because it just wasn't looking too hot. It was looking a bit like a hot mess, but I believe I have kind of sorted this now. I think it was just the brush I was using. I definitely used the wrong brush to apply that purple first of all, because then I wouldn't be having this patchiness problem I'm having. I think once I put the shimmer on the middle, colours on the outside, I think it will all sort of come together. So for the inner and outer corner, I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Chalky, and I'm just going to add a little bit of depth. These shades, by the way, are a tiny, oh, I just need to poke myself in the eye there, a tiny bit, what's the word I'm looking for, powdery, but honestly not too much, and these shades are really pigmented. I think for the middle of my lid I'm going to take this shimmer here, which is called Peach It. I think if there was like a light purpley shimmer I would have gone for that, but this shade is beautiful and I think it will really brighten up the look. Okay, so that shimmer is kind of like a topper formula. It's not like a super opaque shimmer. It has a lot of glitter, not glitter, sorry, it has a lot of shimmer, and it does reflect beautiful like gold particles. So I did go in with a little bit of this Vivian shade just to like brighten it up a little bit, but I think the Vivian is kind of the same. It's not really like a pigmented opaque shimmer, it is more like a topper. So this is what my eyes are looking like, and for the lower lash line I'm gonna go in with Paramaniac. Okay, and then for the inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to take this shade down here, which is called Slumber. And I'm going to take the pointed brush from the set. I did just use that flat brush to blend out the corners of that brown shade. Why am I not finishing my sentences? Okay, so this is my finished look with the palette, and of course we have our little aqua liner set. I'm also going to take a brush from here. So firstly, I don't know why I'm doing that because it's see-through, Alex. This is the palette that comes in the set. It just says Morphe and Abby Roberts there. Then you get 4 liner brushes, and one of them actually has a spatula on the end for the palette. So this one I'm using is the AB312 brush. This is what it looks like. It's super fine and yeah, really sturdy. So what liner colour do I want? Maybe I'll just go for the black, which is called Edward, and I'm just gonna take some of my setting spray because I can't be bothered to get some water or whatever, and I'm just gonna coat my brush in the black, and I'm gonna put some liner on. Okay, so that is what the aqua liner looks like, the black one in particular. Must admit, it's very, very pigmented. I think it was the Avani collab. I didn't end up liking those aqua liners very much. I just didn't find them very pigmented. I feel like it was one of the first times I did the aqua liners, and I didn't feel the formula was quite right with those, whereas this black is so pigmented. If the other shades are like that, then this is going to be a fabulous liner palette. You get a black and a white, which, you know, everyone always needs that, and then you also have other colours in here as well, and you can mix them and create different colours as well, which is great. So yeah, this is what the finished look looks like. I'm just going to hop off camera, finish the rest of my makeup off, and then I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Okay, so I'm back. I finished off my makeup. For my mascara, I used the Rimmel Wonder Extension mascara, this one in like the blue and purple packaging. And then for my lips, bit of a throwback Friday for you. This is the Soph Revolution lipstick in the shade Syrup. I mentioned it the other day in one of my videos, and it was at the top of my drawer, so I was like, do you know what, I'm gonna whack that out because I know it's a beautiful pale nude shade. And yeah, this is my completed look. Let me know down below what you think. Okay, let's finally sit down and talk about this collection. So firstly, if you are inspiring to be a really amazing creative makeup artist, this collection is going to be for you. This collection is not for the everyday makeup kind of person. There are obviously like neutrals and things in this palette, but the collection as a whole is definitely catered towards makeup artists and makeup artists who do really fun creative looks. That's kind of like not my vibe. I do stick to, you know, the sort of soft glam makeup. I do like to venture out in colour every once in a while. I do love to do colourful makeup, but I am not creative. I don't do all the fine line drawings and stuff on my face. Do you know what I mean? I'm like not a super creative SFX kind of makeup artist. I love that she's done the set with like the plastic like palette thing and the liner brushes, because I feel like that helps people get their creative juices flowing and they can mix and match loads of colours. And obviously you can use this for anything, not just these specific liners. You can mix all sorts on here. The eyeshadow palette is absolutely beautiful. It is right up my street. I love a palette where everything's all there. You've got your neutrals, you've got your colourful shades, you've got white, black, and you've got an array of shimmers to choose from as well. So I love the eyeshadow palette. The only shade I struggled with was the purple one at the beginning, but I honestly think that's my own fault because I stupidly used a flat brush basically to apply it, which I shouldn't have done, but I feel like I rectified it in the end and I've covered it in shimmer and you can't really see it, so I feel like I've helped myself there. But the palette is beautiful. It is more expensive. It is £32. I do have a GlamFam code which helps you get £5 off your order. It's GlamFam2075 if you are interested. It's not an affiliation code, so I don't make any money off of it. It just helps you get some money off. So that's a little discount you can get if you want to buy anything from this collection or anything on Morphe for that matter. But yeah, I love the palette as its own product. Like, that is my favourite thing from the collection without fail. The brush set is super cute. I do feel like she should have just done like a full-on just eye brush set, because where the collection has no face products in it, it's like there's just 3 face brushes there. Obviously I will use them, don't get me wrong, but I feel like to go with like the theme of this collection, it would have been cool to do like a full eye brush set. But the tub is super cute that it comes in, super travel friendly. You can keep all your brushes nice and clean in there, and like so no dust gets on them. And yeah, I love these things. I do use my James Charles one for my face brushes. I honestly don't think I would have gone out my way to buy that, just because I feel like I can get full brush sets for like the same price, if not cheaper, elsewhere, like Peaches and Cream for example. So I just don't think I would have gone out my way to buy that. The palette and like liners set, I mean, if you are creative and you love aqua liners and doing like fine art details, I feel like this is something you could appreciate, especially because you can use this for anything like mixing pigments, foundation, matching, anything like that, like makeup artists, I feel like would really benefit from a set like this. And the aqua liner palette, this is super cute. I do have quite a lot of aqua liners in my collection now, just because they have become a thing over, you know, the past sort of year or so. Is it something that I reach for all the time? No, not really. Will I reach for this again after this video? Probably not, but that's because it's just not something I personally use. I would just rather get my liquid liner out of my cupboard and do that instead of using the aqua liner. But because this is catered towards more creative makeup, it makes sense why she's done an aqua liner. You can do super pretty eye looks with loads of detailing with your brushes and the aqua liner set. What I will say is Morphe have definitely improved on their aqua liner formula. This was so much more like creamy and pigmented, and it's dried down really nicely and black as well. So I must say it's a very good aqua liner palette if you are in need of another one. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up my thoughts on the Morphe and Abby Roberts collection. Please let me know down below what you think. I would love to know. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!